Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour for Tuesday, June 3rd. May's long gone. There goes May into June. Man, May went by quick just like that. Now we're rolling into June 3rd already. Time's flying. As you know, we'll be talking NFL football before too long. But hey, we got some MLB rolling today. Got some WNBA. Then the rest of the week, we'll see some hockey. We'll see some NBA and the NBA Finals return. So definitely some action. But as always, we'll get to the capper, see how they're doing, how their Monday went to start the new week. And then we'll get right to the MLB plays we got rolling. We'll kick it off down to Ron in the corner. How you doing, Ron?
I think we all had the best bet yesterday, Minnesota, man. That's all I heard on the morning show. So I think we all nailed that one on the run line. So yeah, just that diamond crusher last night from me. So nice day.
Hey, Jorge, welcome back to the happy hour, buddy. Good to have you. How are you doing here on this Tuesday, Jorge?
Good, man. Good, Ron. Just digging into baseball a little bit, and maybe going to start looking at the WNBA. Haven't jumped into there yet, but also looking forward to the finals coming on. But baseball's heating up, so we're going to see a lot more overs coming up here for these 3 summer months. Ball carries a lot in the heat.
It does, yeah. Definitely. We're seeing some heat starting to heat up in some places, so definitely head on over to Ramon. How you doing here on this Tuesday, Ramon?
I don't know. I'm worried about Jorge now. It's only 91 here today, brother, but I don't want the totals to start going over. I might start losing some premium picks. You know what I mean? But, found some other things to bet on today, some tennis. I even was watching cricket this morning, so we need to get our finals started here.
You're watching some cricket?
Yeah. I think I'll go play pickleball before I watch cricket.
I'm with Jorge. I'm going to go play some pickleball, too.
I'll come with you with your in the senior pickleball league over there at Sunset Park.
Okay, I'm 55. I'll go over there, whoop on them. That'll be fun.
Nice. Pickleball teams joining up here at Tony's Picks. We'll see them in the future tournaments playing pickleball.
I played pickup basketball games with handicappers. It wasn't pretty. I can't imagine what pickleball
is. You never know.
Don't worry, not doubting my athleticism over here.
I think you might be just a slight little bit, Ramon. I think you got a challenge.
We got basketball game handicappers way back in the day, in the Stardust Line days. But
hey, welcome, Steven. Welcome to the happy hour. Glad to have you for your first show here.
Welcome
on the happy hour. So definitely welcome. How are you doing here on this Tuesday?
Doing good, yeah. Like Ron said, shout out the Twins yesterday for covering that run line and looking to win some more bets today.
Definitely shout out those Twins and all the guys that were on the Twins, getting us those RBI props as well, because we hit them all. Buxton, France, Willie, they all hit. Everybody was beating up on the Athletics there. Can't complain myself on this 3-0 day. Let's continue crushing into Tuesday. Let's head on over to the MLB to get things started. We'll let's see where we divide this. We'll split it up into like 3 groups here. We'll start off with the Astros taking on Pittsburgh. We got the Rockies into Miami to take on the Marlins. We got the Cubs taking on Washington. Cleveland taking on the Yankees. And another 7 o'clock time. So now we'll throw in the Phillies and the Blue Jays and the Angels in Boston. Heading on over to Ron. What do you like there in them first 6?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Angels. My spreadsheet, I got a nice dog system. Says 32-19. I'm going to go back the Angels with Kikuchi in that one. And going to look at Skeens, obviously, first 5. We're going to go with the Pittsburgh Pirates first 5.
Heading on over to Jorge. What do you like here in these first 6 MLB on today's slate?
Public's gone my way on that total on Colorado, Miami. 2 horrible pitchers on the mound, and it started at 8. I don't know what drugs they were on when they created that line, but indoors, no weather, ball's going to travel. Horrible bullpens. I mean, it's still at 8.5. I would take the over, but I was lucky to get that at 8 earlier this morning. Washington, they're not the favorite here in this spot, but they're sure playing good baseball. Chicago coming into town, slight lean to Washington there, plus the money at home. And a lean on the under with Rodon on the mound with the Yankees. Cleveland, just they can't get out of their way on offense.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the first 6 MLB tonight, Ramon?
No, I'll just take Jorge's lean and make it a play. I like the under there for sure with Rodon in there today and Bybee. Rodon, those numbers are just outstanding. We know Cleveland has some weaknesses there against left-handed bats, and yeah, maybe it is. We're heating it up a little bit here, but I'm going to trust these guys, especially maybe Bybee, to keep these guys maybe under their team total here. I kind of like the Yankees, of course, maybe even on the run line. But let me make my play here. I will take that under here with Cleveland and the Yankees tonight. It's down. I'm starting to see some ticks to maybe 7.5 over here. The sharp books are all 8 under 20, so I'm going under.
Heading on over to Steven. What do you like here in the first 6 we got going here in the MLB action today?
I agree with Ron. Give me the Pirates in the first 5 with Skeens on the mound. Definitely want to take them. And then looking at the Cubs and Nationals, give me the Nationals. They've been on fire, scoring 11 runs in the first 2 innings against the Diamondbacks in Game 2. So I'd rather have that plus money in my pocket. So give me the Nationals.
Yeah, for me in this time spot of games, just looking at something here to see what it is. Yeah, that's what I figured. Give me the under in that the Astros in Pittsburgh in the first 5. I see 3.5 in this spot. The way the Astros have been scoring, I expect a low scoring one. Even the bookmakers got this thing at 7, looking like a hockey total in that one. I think Skeens deals. And Pirates at times struggle to score runs as well. So give me the under 3.5 in the first 5 in that matchup. And then, I don't know, I'm just looking at Colorado, and they got the job done yesterday. How far is Sandy going to go into this one? Is all of a sudden going to be throwback Sandy? The only part that scares me a little bit is the Rockies team total only at 1.5 in the first 5. Maybe Rockies team total over 2.5 in that first 5 at a plus price. But full game, why not? Give me the Rockies there to win their second straight in that one. It's worth a shot. Sandy hasn't been good for the Marlins, and we see what happened yesterday. So I'll go right back to the Rockies for a shot there in that matchup. And that wraps up the first 6 we got going. We'll split it into this little middle block here. We'll do Milwaukee taking on the Reds, Arizona taking on Atlanta, Texas taking on Tampa Bay, and the Tigers in to take on the White Sox. Just a note that they changed the pitcher there on the Tigers. Bo Brisky's getting the start there to get things going as the opener for the Tigers. They're that ace that was supposed to go their new starter there, throwing back to tomorrow's start for Detroit, just to make note there in that matchup. So we'll start with Steven to get us started here in these 4. What do you like?
Looking at the matchup between the Rangers and the Rays, not going to overcomplicate it. Give me the under. The under is 40, 19, and 1 in Rangers games this season, 15, 11, and 1 in Rangers away games, and it is 6, 3, and 1 in Tampa Bay's last 10 games. Don't want to overthink it. Give me the under 8.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in these 4, Ramon?
Bo Belinsky, he's got to be 90 years old Bo Brieski. Oh, I thought you meant Bo Belinsky, threw a no-hitter for the Angels in 1961. I'm going to go under here with Detroit. Looks like a bullpen game. We were talking about earlier, not sure if we'll see Gibson Long. He was the one that was brought up here right now because Detroit definitely having a couple, as good as they've been, they're going to be piecing it together here over the next couple of nights. Should be still enough to beat the White Sox and everybody's favorite Shane Smith in here. Numbers are still pretty decent on the surface. Tigers could smash, but I'm going to go ahead and try an under here in this one with Detroit and the White Sox. Detroit knows they're going to have to use that whole Johnny Holstaff, I guess, here tonight. I'll go under 8.5 with Detroit and White Sox.
Head on over to Jorge. What do you like here in these 4?
Looking over at Milwaukee and Cincinnati. That's in the second group, right?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely like Milwaukee. This one, they're just red hot. Cincinnati, below 500 ball. I mean, Green's good, but Peralta's pitched very well. And, you got a team that's red hot. And they're plus money. I mean, that's not even brain surgery. You just go with that. That's where the value's at. Definitely like the under in the Tampa Bay Texas game. I think that's a good play. And looking over Detroit, Chicago White Sox, Detroit minus 1.5.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in these four, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Steven and Jorge in that one. Steven, I like that under. If that game goes, it looks like a lot of rain down in Tampa Bay, but love that under in that one. And Jorge's exactly right. You know, the AL Central is so packed at the top right now, and they really got to take advantage of beating the teams they can. And Detroit is now 11-5 as a road favorite, winning by an average of 3.8 runs per game. I'm taking the Detroit Tigers. I don't care if it's a bullpen game or not.
And for me here in this time block, you know what? Give me the over between Arizona and Atlanta. You got Zach Gallen on the mound, and well, we know what he's been doing, falling all over the place, giving up runs. So I think he can give up a few there. And then Strider on the other side of the bump for Atlanta. Well, he's definitely not scoring a slight ERA as well. So I think he can give up some runs. I know you look at Atlanta not scoring a whole lot. 6-3-1 to the under their last 10, but I think going against Zach Gallen, I think they'll be able to get their offense rolling there. Give me the over 8.5 in that one. And then, just like I said on the morning show, I like the under here between the Brewers and the Reds. Reds offensively just struggling over their last few. It's not winning games. And with Hunter Green on the mound, I think he'd be able to hold the Brewers down a little bit. Peralta, hey, he's been dealing for Milwaukee. Give me the under 8.5 there in that matchup. That wraps up the middle slate. Let's head on over to the last five we got on the board tonight in the MLB. We got the Royals taking on St. Louis, Baltimore taking on Seattle, the Padres in to take on the Giants, Twins in the Battle of the Lopez's going there against the Athletics, and then the Mets taking on the Dodgers. Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in the late night MLB action?
Yeah, I'm not really impressed with what I've seen with Kershaw so far. And McGill's a local boy from the LA area. He's coming home to pitch. I think it should give him a little boost there, definitely. And finally, my Royals are calling up Jag Caglione. You're going to see him play right field for Kansas City tonight. But I do like the St. Louis Cardinals. It's just the Royals can't beat the Cardinals. That interstate rivalry, even when they're at Kauffman Stadium, it's a sea of red. When it comes to the state of Missouri, they more partisan to the Cardinals. And the Cardinals at home do very well. So give me the Cardinals and lay the run line actually in that one.
Heading on over to Jorge. What do you like here in the late night MLB action?
Looking over at Seattle and Baltimore. Baltimore's actually playing a little bit, coming to life with some bats. I mean, Kirby's been just tore up over at Seattle. And if they keep giving Seattle that underlook, every time the numbers look good, that was Seattle in the past. This team isn't, it's not an offensive juggernaut. It's not the Dodgers, but they can put up some runs. So like the over 8.5 in that Seattle game. And go back to the well again. Lopez is on the mound. Definitely the Lopez for Minnesota is a lot better than the Lopez for the A's. Slight lean towards Minnesota on the run line.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the late night slate? Is Tony alluding to, did they start Beto? Did they?
Yeah, I'm seeing Beto as expected. Yep. Instead of Jacob Lopez. Yeah. Beto.
Yep. Beto. Oh, no. Now we're going to have Ramon singing, doing the Beto shuffle. Well, heading on over to Ramon. Is it Beto shuffle time? Beto,
no, but I did find out today that that Lopez versus Lopez, the sitcom, was indeed canceled after one season. I'm going to go with Jorge talked about Seattle, and look, you still got this bad Baltimore team. I know Sagano is actually, the numbers are actually pretty good, and everybody says this guy's been bad. He's been one of their best pitchers, but look, this is a third start for Kirby. Probably taken a little bit of a loss leader on him so far, but I'm going to gamble with him and say third start for Kirby. Let's go run line Seattle tonight over the sad sack Orioles.
Head on over to Steven Will like you're in the late night action.
I agree with Jorge here. Give me the Twins on the run line. Jacob Lopez isn't a great option, and he gave up 7 runs in his last game. I think the Twins can do enough here and do some damage. And with the bullpen advantage, I got to roll with the Twins on the run line.
Yeah, for me in that one with Beto going, I think you got to go right back to the Twins in that one. But I'll take the over 10. I think we see plenty of offense there in that one to get us over the total. Lopez can definitely give up some against the Athletics. It's not like they didn't have their opportunities to score some last night as well. So they could have busted it open and scored a lot more than what they did. So Give me the over 10 in that matchup. And then I like the under there with the Royals going. For some reason, Royals in night games, they just struggle to score. They always sneak under their team totals. I think they sneak under their team total again, but give me the under full game at 9. Too many. Give me the under 9, Kansas City and St. Louis. And that wraps up the MLB for Tuesday night. Let's head on over to the WNBA action. We got 3 games.
All right, I'm out of here, Rod. I don't have anything on the
no W.
Yeah.
Hey, let us know. Let everybody know. Let us know if you got a player prop game in the future.
I got a total up right now, and I'm putting up some late session games up, and I'll have a 3-pack total
over at Tony's Picks for those. So definitely head on over. Check out Jorge over at Tony'sPicks.com. Thanks, Jorge. Have a wonderful Tuesday.
Thanks,
everybody.
Jorge. See you, buddy.
Don't invite Jorge to the Aces game. Got it.
Okay. Let's go play some pickleball. All right, talk to you.
He'll play pickleball with you. You got a partner in pickleball there, Ramon. Doubles. Coming soon to Vegas. Watch out. Ramon and Jorge going to rip it up on the pickleball court.
Hey, just
challenging anybody.
Stay out of the kitchen. They told me to stay out of the kitchen. That's what they say.
All right, let's head on to the WNBA action. We got Washington taking on the Fever. We got the Mercury in to take on the Lynx. And we got Dallas taking on Seattle. A couple lines that have been on the move. We got the Fever up to 5.5 now in that one. Lynx laying up to 12.5. And Seattle now laying 10.5. Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in the W tonight?
Yeah, I told Ramon in the show, the 2-3 zone, I really liked Indiana. Nice bounce back spot. They got their butts kicked by the Sun, the worst team in the league. And they coming off the loss at Washington, so it's a bounce back. But, man, that line's gotten way out of hand. I got it at 3.5 earlier. But I'm going to look at the over now in this one here. I think both teams run it up. And we know Washington's really good on the road. Overs 21-8 ATS also. Washington's been covering on the road. So I'm definitely going to look at the over in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the W tonight, Ramon?
I'm going to go to a prop in the Washington-Indiana game. Look, I agree, Ron. There seem to be betting the Fever here. We talked about how good Washington has. They'll look pretty okay for sure, but they've kind of been okay in this series too. I'm going to go with Aaliyah Boston, though. The Fever under 14.5 points here in this one. I think the team is dysfunctional right now without Clark. And look, they're supposed to be. Everybody said, hey, they'll be fine without Clark. That hasn't been the case. I'm going to go under 14.5 points with Boston, Aaliyah Boston tonight.
Heading on over to Steven. You got anything for us in the WNBA action tonight?
Yeah, I agree with Ron. Give me the over in that Mystics Fever game. And I'll look at the Seattle Storm and Dallas Wings. I'm going to lay it here with Seattle. They play their better basketball at home, and they're on a 2-game skid, 2-game losing streak. So I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. And with Paige Beckers being out, give me the Storm. Lay it with the Storm.
And for me, a couple spots here in these ones tonight, I agree. But I'm going to take Washington and the Fever over in that first half. I see 82 in most places. We can get over the 82 in that one. Definitely be one of those high-paced games. And we're leaning to the full game over as well. But I love the over in the first half. And then looking at Phoenix and the Mercury taking on the Lynx here. These two teams just met and was 74-71, and now they're trying to bait you into the Mercury there at 12.5. No chance. I'll take the Lynx. They want to defend their Commissioner's Cup, and these are one of them Commissioner's Cups game. I'll lay it with the Lynx. I think they win by 15 plus there in that one tonight. That line tells you everything you need to know. They just met. It was 74-71, and that thing just keeps rising. Yeah, give me the Lynx. They win by 15 plus in that one tonight. Hey, that wraps up the slate of sports action we got. Brings us to the player prop, game in the future, maybe even the series future price rolling, as we got a couple of those coming down the slate. Leave it up to the capper to decide, and then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony's Picks. Over at Tony'sPicks.com is where you can find our best bets, the bets that we got our money on tonight. Over there, there's a link. Get you over there quickly in the description. We'll kick it off with Ramon to get us started tonight. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
I got to go over there to Paris and take a look at the French Open tomorrow. I had a great time watching the games, even if my bets were a little mixed here this morning. But I'm going to go to Coco Gauff in the matchup against Madison Keys. Probably lay 3.5 games. Maybe a better option here might be Coco in straight sets. I think she's looking great right now. Look, I love them both. Good. Great job by the Americans here in Paris this week. I'll take Coco to rock though over Madison Keys tomorrow morning.
And what do you got for us over at Tony's Picks?
Thank you, sir. Please check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I went a little deep tonight in the major leagues. Went with a 5-pack. I'm hitting pretty good right now on the major league leaderboard. Check out the Handicapper leaderboard to get signed up. So did go with a 5-pack tonight. Going to roll a little bit here on a Tuesday night. And I have my discount best bet in the WNBA in that big game between Phoenix and Minnesota. That Commissioner's Cup game. They like that money, Rod, just like we do. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15%.
Definitely check out Ramon. He's been in the house the last week over at Tony'sPicks.com. So definitely go check out Ramon at Tony's Picks. Head on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, Ramon, number one MLB capper for the year. Great job out there for the year there. I got like I said, we'll look at the parlay. I got a couple. I got some videos up, so we'll go over that a little bit. I'll go on the KBO. We're gonna look at the LG Twins and the Hanwha Eagles, and then in Japan we'll add the Yokohama Bay Stars. What I got tonight, I got a 5-pack Grand Slam with the MLB Diamond Crusher like everybody else did. We hit it last night with the Minnesota Twins, so hoping to back that up there. And I got my WNBA play of the day, 3-point play. You can get that right now at Tony's Picks. Yeah, we got the playoffs coming. I'm actually number 1 in NBA this year, number 3 in NHL. We got the playoffs coming, so sign up for that long term. Pair us up. All of us are on the leaderboard. And let's give Steven a chance there. We got a new guy here, so give him a shot. So use that code 20T at checkout. And like I said, all my videos are up. We didn't have a WNBA for tomorrow because there's no games for me and Ramon, but we'll be back next day. And then, like I said, I got MVP. I got my spreadsheet. Oh, my MLB spreadsheet play of the day is Philadelphia, so you can get that as well.
Nice. Head on over to Steven. What do you got for us tonight, Steven?
For a parlay, I'll look at the AHL, the American Hockey League. I'll take the Charlotte Checkers, and I'll also parlay that up with the Seattle Storm on the spread for a 2-teamer. Over at Tony's Picks, I got a best bet in the WNBA tonight. I also got a 3-pack. Make sure you use the code for the 15% off. And then I also got my best bet and a secondary pick or a second pick for the UFC pay-per-view this weekend. The odds tend to move like crazy for the UFC, so definitely check that out. And looking forward to the big pay-per-view this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the UFC lines move pretty quick, so definitely go check that out. You want to jump on that sooner rather than later, as Stephen alluded to. Some of those lines will definitely be a moving. So for me tonight, let's go with the MLB. I'm going to go with a little 3-teamer for you. We're going to take we're going to go back to the Rockies here, throw them into the parlay. We're going to take the under with Milwaukee and the Reds. And then let's throw in, let's beat up on the homeless there. Let's throw in the Minnesota Twins on the run line. A little 3-teamer for you tonight. For me, over at Tony's Picks tonight, I got my top play in the MLB. We're looking to hit our 3rd straight on it. I also have my MLB dog of the day. Crushed it yesterday with the Padres, looking to go back-to-back with it. And then those 2 plays are included in my Tuesday MLB triple. Went 3-0 yesterday, looking to stay hot in the MLB. And then I got my WNBA play of the day up there as well. With lots of action the rest of the week. So take advantage. 2-for-1 Capper promotion. Can't go wrong with that. The 3-day, the week, even the month. Definitely lots of sports action. The end of the week, I'll have some CFL for you as it returns. to kick off the season in the CFL. So a little football to wet the whistle. Definitely jump aboard over at TonySpix.com.
Real football.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to run a little bit,
I
right?
call the
Gotta work a
UFL
little bit
real,
in the
sorry.
CFL. Definitely got to work a little bit. It's not we got 20-yard end zones. The field's 110, so and it's a little bit wider as well. So definitely a lot more room to run in the CFL, and we'll get you covered there as well. Hey, that wraps up Tuesday's action. Any final words before we head on out for Tuesday night's slate of sports?
Good luck, everybody.
No, Stephen took my exit line. Charlotte. So I'll go with puck line. Give me the checkers on the puck line over Laval line.
Yeah,
Hey,
I didn't
great
do too
minds
well
think
with the Abbotsford Canuck dance. Didn't happen for us last night, so maybe Stephen can get it for us tonight.
With the checkers, definitely take it with the checkers. I don't like Laval. I hope they lose.
Come on, my son lives there. My son lives there. Give me a break.
No, Laval. There's nothing against.
You got me this
your son
Montreal
living there.
Canadiens hat right
Oh,
here.
yeah, well, that's Montreal, though. That's different. It's just one of those things.
Laval. It's
I can't care
Laval.
for
Right?
Laval.
Yeah.
It is Laval, yes. We're on the checkers tonight. Sorry, Laval. Checkers.
This will be
tonight.
wrapped. They've already. It's 3-0, so they've dominated.
It is right. Just one of those series, almost a no doubter.
Charlotte's
Thanks
been
everybody
incredible.
for been good.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday. As always, tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the Tony's Picks Morning Show. You'll see a bunch of the regular cappers you normally see on the morning show tomorrow morning. Maybe some new ones because I think someone else is supposed to check in and maybe audition. Be an open audition as well tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday night, everybody. Have a good one. Make it a winning one. Crush it.
Good luck, guys.
See you guys tomorrow.